Welcome to our New Year video celebration. My name is Francois Nguyen, and you are?
My name is Francois Nguyen. Hello, everybody.
Hello. Okay, so I wanted to start off by saying the story of the dream you had.
The dream that I had
Yeah, about the monk.
about the monk. Okay. Okay. I have a strong intuition about things happening around in my world. For example, a couple of days ago, for some reason from nowhere, I went to Google and searched for the name of the Vietnamese Buddhist monk who was an activist during Vietnam War. In fact, that he was nominated by Martin Luther King as a Nobel Peace Prize winner. But
And what's his name?
Thich Nhat Hanh.
Okay.
They call the Zen master, Vietnamese Zen master, Thich Nhat Hanh. And then next day,
Okay, so you had this dream, or you were just thinking about him, whatever.
Yeah,
on January 21st.
On January 21st.
Okay, and so then you looked on the internet.
Right, I looked at the internet, and then I saw the news that he just passed away on the 22nd, which is one day before.
One day ahead.
One day ahead.
Okay.
So it seemed like a couple hours or even before his death. So it's very interesting. Coincident the thing that happened at the same time. Now, if you have something that you can connect it to, something that thing happened to you, and sometimes it comes from nowhere, and so
what do you think that meant?
It meant that
Why were you thinking about him now?
Okay, well, I think
because of New Year's, or
because of New Year, and then I always looking for the people used to be very famous and what happened to them now during COVID, and especially older people. And Master Zen Thich Nhat Hanh, he was 95 years old, so he one of the person who was very active during the war. So I always wondering whatever happened to those people. But anyhow, so what does it really mean in life? Well, I think that we are interconnected one way or another. Even our body is kind of far away from each other sometimes, but our spirit, if we sometimes it's connected and we had no control over. So your intuition is come from that. It makes you feel like sometimes you can see the future for this, so to speak, and the future sometimes come to you and you don't even know. So it's just kind of a phenomena that our knowledge cannot even, our brain cannot even explain, cannot even comprehend. So what I learned from experience living through my years here in the U.S. is the decision sometimes come to you without any preparation, without any thinking about it or planning about it.
Well, that's for sure for you, because you're not a planner.
Yeah, but it does happen to you. So the new year is coming, and I think a lot of times people are looking for the future. They want to plan what they're going to do for next year. They're going to renew the spirit and prepare themselves for to welcome the new way of doing things, and sometimes either make the new commitment. It's almost like make a resolution, but more than that, I think people just empty their mind, make sure that things come to them with the good thing that happened. So people always prepare that one way or another in different ways. Either
Okay, so talk about cleaning. So now I wanted to talk about, because at this time of year, so not only do you clean during the Vietnamese New Year time, but you have to clean during the January 1st time as well. So this is a time in our household that we're doing a lot of cleaning. and you always want to make sure that everything is clean before New Year's. So why is that? Why is it always
Well,
like that?
I grew up in Vietnam during my childhood, so I have witnessed a lot of different things that people prepare for the New Year. New Year is this time to renew the spirit and welcoming the better thing for them. So the first thing that people do, almost every household, that people clean the house. Even the people live in a poor village, a poor country, they still have that kind of preparation. So what do they do? First thing, I think that people don't really have a lot of material to get the new things, so they have to clean the old thing. So first thing they do is
Oh, okay. That really tells me something about you.
yeah,
You want to keep the old thing because you don't want to spend money on the new thing.
right. So the first thing they have to do is painting the house, the outside of the house, the first thing. All right. So they work from the outside in.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah. So I remember that people live in a poor area. Most houses in Vietnam is made by the concrete, cement concrete, right? So in order to paint the house, they don't use the paint. What they use is they collect all the shell from the seashell, or the oyster shell.
Okay, we don't really care
Okay,
about
we
this.
don't care about that. But anyway, so they smash it up and they make into the calcium paste, and they put the
Okay,
color.
so they
and
paint
dye
their
it.
house.
They paint the house
Okay,
first.
what else?
And they clean all the stuff around the yard, and then they work. The outside in. So then the next one is they focus on the altar, because every family has an altar, right? So
the entrance.
In the entrance. So they have to
Okay.
clean all they have to shine all the metal object that they put on the altar to make sure everything is nice and shiny.
Okay.
And they would go to the market, because market during the New Year is so abundant, and also is so flowery. They have a lot of plant and flowers, because people believe that when you bring the fruit and the plants to the house, it will grow.
Like this.
Yeah, it will grow and make a prosperous to the family. So that's a thing. They need to get the fruit and the plants and the flower for sure. And then next one is to display all the banner around the houses, with a good
The
writing
good
on that.
sayings, like happiness, prosperity,
Right,
good
right,
health.
right. All the banner with all the good saying, and they usually
cool.
go to market, and they would and they have a lot of vendors around, and people, educated old men, they still know the Chinese language because they're growing up with the Chinese language, so they use it as
The calligraphy.
calligraphy, and they
Okay.
would paint it on that banner, and they hung around the houses. That's a thing. And then for sure, food is very important in any household in a family. So
Okay,
talk
and then
food.
what about individual people?
Well, individual people.
So you have like new clothes.
Okay, that's for sure. You have to shop the new clothes, and then new haircut, and make it over. Anything around your body, not only the outside, not only the physical body, but also the inner spirit. People have to give up. If you owe some people debt, you make sure you pay them back right away. If you make some mistake, you have to forgive people, or you have to kind of let go and welcome the new way of life. Kind of abandon all the bad things from the past, and they have certain ritual to perform that kind of activities. I remember that people would display all the flower or lantern, and they would go to the river, and they will light them up, and they would pray.
And then push it
would
away.
say, yeah, they will say a little bit of prayer, and then they just push those lantern out of
Out to the river.
out to
and
the
send it
river,
away.
and they call Quang Dang. It means let go, and welcome the new spirit. So the new year is to mark the renewal of the spirit and renew the commitment for better life for their own self and for the family.
Okay, so what are you going to do this year?
Well, traditionally, I go do the same thing just a little bit. In America, we don't celebrate New Year much, but now we work at home because in a lot of school district or a lot of places, they don't commemorate the New Year. But now I think certain district now with a big population of immigrants come
Okay,
from
what are
Asia.
you going to do?
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is since I'm teaching at home, so I have a little time to do the same thing. I would prepare the food because the main thing is the food. You don't want to do a lot of work during the New Year, of day one and day two in the New Year, or even the first week. Some people take 2 or 3 weeks to celebrate, but maybe I can take a couple of days and things like that. So during those couple of days, you try not to cook food and do a lot of work because you have to prepare that and you just put in microwave and warm it over because you want to keep the kitchen clean and you want to keep the kitchen rested because they work so hard. They call the kitchen god.
Okay, so you want to work before the New
Right,
Year's.
right.
Okay.
And then let the kitchen god do a
Rest.
little
Okay.
resting during that time so they can, so everybody have a time to just focus on being together and celebrate New Year together without doing a lot of work in the kitchen.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much for telling me about your traditions. Okay, so let's talk about what are you wearing today?
Well,
Why are you wearing a red shirt?
I think the word red is symbolizing for a bright future, Red bring to the good luck. So as you can see that every New Year, people have a red envelope. And inside red envelope, they stick in some money in there. And they will give away to the people around them.
Who are you going to
They
give
call
money to
Li
this
Si.
year? Are you going to give money to anybody for New Year?
Normally, I could it's almost like a thing like Halloween, right? People have to give away candy and things like that. I want to give away money to certain people. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right. So red represents
the luck and the prosperity
and
health and bright future.
Okay.
So.
Okay, I'm wearing white because I have a special celebration of my own, and that is that I became a Marie Kondo KonMari consultant, and white is Marie Kondo's signature color. So I'm wearing white to celebrate my certification and my new business that I'm going to be starting.
One thing I want to mention about something that people do during the New Year is try to focus on your speech and your action. The two things very important. So always try to stay positive. People never say any bad thing during that couple days during New Year because what happened, they say that if you do like that, then you will repeat the pattern throughout the year. Oh. So so you try to focus on doing the good thing and stay positive. Even bad thing happen to you, you stay positive, and you always select or choose the right word to say during that time, so that you will bring in the new stuff during the year. And a second thing is, I think a lot of time people also focus on the thing that they need to do for themselves. It's not resolution, but more to make change because everybody can improve. Even you good, you always have a room for improvement. So that way.
Okay, how about reflecting on the past?
Yeah,
do much of reflecting on the past?
Yeah, I think Asian culture have a lot of things to do with commemorating all the things that happened in the past. So you have to visit cemetery. You have to worship
the
ancestor. Yeah, you welcome them back to be with you during that time. So they will always display the food and the flower and the thing that in altar, and they would make little prayer. It's almost like a birthday here in America. But instead of gathering the people together, they gathering the spirit together. So all the spirit come from ancestral come back and be with you during that time. and bring you the good luck and share the thing in the family together.
So they do reflect on the past, and then you have a new vision for your future, right?
Yeah, I think they do a lot of focusing on the past, and especially during this time, during the pandemic. I think a lot of people always believe that, some curse that happened to the world because so collectively, if we all wait together and pray and reflect in the past and do better for future, the energy will carry you out through the year. So yeah, it's the reflection of the past and try to think about that good thing happened to you in the past and hopefully keep that spirit and move forward to the year.
Okay, so what other kind of vision do you have for a new spirit and a new year?
Well, I think for my
so this year is going to be the year of the tiger.
This year of the year of the tiger.
Okay, so last year was the year of the ox, and the year before that was the year of the rat, right? So the rat brought the pandemic, and then the ox is about working hard during the pandemic. And now the tiger, what is the tiger about? The tiger is about some kind of explosion or action.
For the Asian people in the old days, they call Chinese zodiac, but I'd rather say Asian zodiac because it applies to all the most country in Asia. So in Vietnamese culture, we also believe in the Asian zodiac, which is we have 12 animals represent for each year and follow in order. Like you say, we are right now in the year of the buffalo, and next year
you don't call it ox, you call
buffalo.
It buffalo.
In Vietnam, we don't have an ox. We have a water buffalo. They're so big. They're so big and they work very hard. They plow they carry the wood. They pour the plow.
Okay, so they
work very hard.
Yeah,
okay. Everybody have to work hard in the year of buffalo. Very quiet. But you slow, but you're working very hard.
Now the rat is the beginning of the cycle, right?
Right.
So the rat, because the story is that the rat won the race.
Yeah.
Right? So he got on the back of the ox and then he jumped off and he won the race, right? So the rat is first.
But
so actually 2020, the rat was really a new beginning.
Yeah.
Right? And so then the ox is doing all the hard work. So what does the tiger represent?
What the tiger is...
Or the buffalo, sorry.
The buffalo representing for the hard work, slow, steady, but it hard work.
Okay.
Life doesn't come to you easy. You gotta work really hard. So that representing the hard work and...
Okay, and what is slow. The tiger?
The tiger, differently. The tiger fast, moving fast, but also it's a lot of fire in the tiger. So what does it mean? It means you can achieve things very quick, but you have to take quick action. You make things happen to you. And
so like if an opportunity were to come, you should take that opportunity.
Right. And you gotta let people know because it's almost like a lion, tiger, lion. They're roaring. They come, here I come. Hello year 2022, here I come. So gotta prepare for this year because the more action gonna happen during this time, right? Okay. And so what's your question again? What I'm gonna do for the...
Well, what's your vision for the action that you're gonna take during this new year?
Well, okay, that's the you have to plan what's gonna happen to you.
I mean, one thing that we wanted to do was we want to take a trip to Asia in the summer, but I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Well, I think for me, I've been working for over 40 years in the educational system, right? So I have contributed my life and hard work to the serving the people. So this time for me to enjoy the golden year. So what my golden year gonna be like?
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm gonna spend more time for us here to explore the world a bit more. Enjoy all the luxury around us if we had an opportunity, and also focus on stay healthy, because sometime when our children are growing up and have their own way of doing things, and so now they become more independent. We support them, but at the same time we focus on ourselves. it's like before we got married. We're gonna be together more and spend time together,
Okay.
and then we can, live life a little bit less busier than during time that we are working. Okay, so
Okay, that sounds exciting.
yeah, exciting, and I think that's I'm looking forward for my golden year. Do things that I enjoy the most, and think about having a present, you know, at the moment, because we already did a lot of things, prepare for the future, for the children, for the
So
family.
now we got to enjoy
Now
our
we
present moment.
enjoy our moment,
Okay.
and that will take time, and we'll explore the world. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna stay healthy, and we're gonna focus on
Gonna do.
enjoying our
So
life.
I know you're not a planner, so it'll just be spontaneous, whatever you
Yeah,
decide.
it's good to also have plan, but the plan can change, right? Like it's always to have a good plan to carry things out, but we gotta be flexible enough so we can adjust our way of doing, depend on whatever situation bring us. And I know a lot of things that can happen in life, a lot of unknown things, right? But something that cannot be in our control. So we sometimes we have to let go and welcome to the new thing, and adjust and adapt our life to the way that we can be able to make the most out of it.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
for
everybody.
having this little talk with me.
All right, so
And good luck for the new year.
yeah, I wish everybody have peace, good health, and enjoy the new year. And I'm sure that it's gonna bring you a lot of fun thing to do during the next new year, and hopefully, time gonna heal everything that we have gone through, and make a better life for everybody, because we have gone through so much in the last 2 years. So with this new year, I'm very hopeful that things go to the different way. It's not the normal like used to be, but at least we are smart enough. We have enough experience so we can deal better and prepare ourselves for the better thing that happen for the future.
All right.
So happy New Year,
Okay.
and
Thank you.
enjoy life, and stay healthy and safe.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye bye. All right.